Don't fall for these scams in Lisbon. This is some guy named Dave in Portugal, and I've been living here for the past 3 years. During that time, I've seen all sorts of scams happening around Lisbon. And trust me, watching this video could save you from a big headache and help you actually enjoy your trip. And if you're curious about my favorite spots to eat, drink, or explore while in Lisbon, you can follow me on Instagram at Dave in Portugal. I share tons of tips there. All right, enough talking, let's get right into it. Here are the sneaky Lisbon scams you'll need to watch out for. Number 1, fake taxis. This one can happen as soon as you leave the airport in Lisbon. But there are a few telltale signs to spot fake taxis. Usually they target you right as you walk out of baggage claim, close to the exit doors. Someone will quietly approach you and ask if you need a taxi. And I get it. It seems so convenient that you don't even have to call for a taxi. But this is where it goes wrong. They'll take you to a random car in a parking garage with no taxi or Uber sign. Once you get in, there's no meter, so you have no idea what the ride will cost. And this is illegal. Then at the end of the ride, they demand a huge price, often 4 or 5 times what a normal ride should be. A real taxi or Uber across Lisbon shouldn't cost more than 20 euros, even in peak hours. But these scams can charge hundreds of euros. Some stories even involve aggressive drivers forcing people to an ATM and holding their luggage hostage until they pay. These scams usually happen at airports or busy train and bus stations. The safest way is to use the official taxi line at the airport. Police patrol these areas, and real taxis usually have black bodies and a green roof. Or call a rideshare. In Portugal, you have Uber and Bolt, and meet them at the designated pickup spot called Kiss and Fly. Just make sure you're getting in the right car per the rideshare app. Number 2, street peddlers. When you're in the Baixa district, arguably Lisbon's most touristy area, you'll notice a lot of street vendors. They'll try to sell you everything from Cristiano Ronaldo jerseys to, well, less legal stuff. The catch? It's all counterfeit, and the sellers can get pretty pushy. Honestly, that's why I usually skip this part of town. The hassle just isn't worth it. And you really don't run into this problem as much in other parts of Portugal. My best tip, just say, "Não obrigado," and keep walking. Something that can really help is picking up a bit of European Portuguese before your trip. Not only does it help you blend in, but it can also keep you from being an easy target. I've linked the course I personally use down in the description below if you want to check it out. Number 3, restaurants enticing you in with the menu. Speaking of the Baixa district, watch out for the restaurants here. A lot of them have hustlers standing out front trying to pull you in. Sounds friendly, right? But here's the catch. These spots are usually overpriced, and the food isn't even authentic Portuguese cooking. What happens is tourists fall for it, get disappointed, and then end up eating McDonald's for the rest of their trip. Don't make that mistake. Real Portuguese restaurants don't need to beg you to come inside. In fact, if the staff kind of seems like they couldn't care less whether you eat there or not, that's usually a good sign. It's not that they're being rude, it's just that they've been busting their tails all day feeding the working class. Customer service in Portugal isn't really an expected thing. If you want the good stuff, expect to put in a little bit of effort, and trust me, it's worth it. Number 4, bars offering free shots. This one's especially true for bars in tourist-heavy areas, mainly in the neighborhood of Bairro Alto. One of the most common tricks here is the free shot hustle. You'll see people outside with trays of shots, handing them out to lure you inside. But here's the catch. Once you're in, you'll usually end up paying way too much for watered down drinks. Now, not all bars in Bairro Alto are like this. There are some very good ones, but just be careful if there are people outside really trying to persuade you to come in. If a bar is truly the place to be, they're not gonna need to convince you to come inside. Now, a quick word from the sponsor of today's video. This video was made possible by Airlo. And I'm really excited to share this with you because it's one of the easiest ways to stay connected while traveling. If you've ever landed in a new country and had to deal with confusing SIM cards or expensive roaming charges, you know how annoying that can be. That's why I started using Airlo's Discover Plus Global eSIM. It's one digital SIM that works in 137 countries, with mobile data, calls, and text all in one simple plan. No more swapping SIMs or hunting for local options every time you cross a border. It even includes a US-based phone number, so you can stay in touch just like you're at home. Setup is super easy. Pick your plan in the Airlo app and you're ready to go. You can top up anytime and track your usage right in the app. And it works on any unlocked eSIM compatible phone or tablet, and your plan only activates when you connect, so no wasted days. Honestly, this has made my travels way less stressful. And if you want to try it, you can save $3 off your first eSIM with my code DAVE3. Just use the link in the description below. Stay connected anywhere with zero hassle thanks to Airlo. Now, back to the video. Number 5, pickpocketing and distraction tricks. Pickpocketing in Lisbon is definitely on the rise, especially in tourist hotspots. The biggest danger zones, the trams, the metro, and crowded streets like those in Baixa or around major attractions. The most common trick is distraction. Someone might bump into you, ask you for directions, or even cause a little scene. While your attention is on that person, their partner slips your wallet, phone, or passport right out of your pocket or bag. And the thing is, these people are professionals. They practice this a lot, and they're smooth. By the time you realize something's missing, they're long gone. Now, don't let this scare you away from Lisbon. It's a safe city overall, but you do need to be street smart. Here are some tips. Keep values close. If you're carrying a backpack, wear it in front of you in crowded places. Maybe invest in an anti-theft bag. Look for one with lockable zippers or slash-proof straps. Don't keep everything in one place. Spread out your cash, cards, maybe a small amount in your pocket for quick access, and the rest secured inside your bag or money belt. Stay aware of setups. If something feels off, like someone insisting on helping you with directions or suddenly a crowd forms around you, protect your belongings first. Blend in when you can. Try to speak Portuguese. Flashy jewelry, expensive cameras hanging from your neck, or staring at your phone with Google Maps out makes you stand out as an easy target. Think of it this way. Pickpockets are looking for the path of least resistance. If you look prepared, aware, and harder to steal from, they'll just usually move on. Number 6, free gift scam. This next one is bizarre, but it's happening more and more. You'll be walking down the street and someone will suddenly offer you a free gift. It might be a bracelet, a flower, or even a little trinket. Seems harmless, right? But the moment you take it, everything changes. They'll suddenly flip the script, acting like you're stealing from them, demanding money, and sometimes even raising their voice to embarrass you into paying. It's awkward, uncomfortable, and that's exactly the point. They're using social pressure to get your cash. The best move? Don't engage. If someone approaches you with something free, just smile and say, "Não, obrigado," and keep walking. The quicker you disengage, the less chance they have to pull you into the scam. Another thing to watch for is the friendly approach. Sometimes these people will act super chill, be dressed cool, like they want to be your buddy, strike up a conversation, or compliment you. It feels normal at first, but it often leads right back to the same trap. So here's the rule. If a stranger on the street is being a little too friendly or insists on giving you something for free, just politely decline and move on. Number 7, fake petitions and charity ploys. Another scam to watch out for in Lisbon, and honestly in many European cities, is the fake petition trick. Here's how it usually goes. Someone will approach you with a clipboard, a shirt of an organization they are representing, and say they're collecting signatures for charity, human rights, or maybe to support people with disabilities. It looks official. It feels legitimate. And they'll try to get you to stop and write your name. But while you're distracted, pen in hand, or maybe leaning over to read what's written, the real scam is happening. Their partner slips a hand into your pocket or bag and takes off with your wallet, phone, or passport. By the time you realize what happened, both of them are gone. Sometimes it doesn't even stop there. After you've signed, they might demand a donation on the spot, guilt-tripping you if you refuse. It can feel awkward because nobody wants to look like the bad guy turning down a charity. But that's exactly the pressure they're counting on. Always verify the organization. If you want to donate to a local cause, double check that it's a real, legitimate group before giving any money. Number 8, fake photo offer, aka the picture taker. Here's another sneaky scam that catches a lot of tourists off guard. The helpful photographer. You'll be standing in front of a beautiful Lisbon landmark like the Tower of Belém, and someone will come up smiling, offering to take your photo. They seem friendly, and who doesn't want a great vacation shot with their partner or family? But here's where the scam comes in. The moment you hand over your camera, they bolt. And now you're standing there empty-handed in the middle of Lisbon. And sometimes instead of running, they'll pretend to drop or fumble your phone, quietly removing the phone from the phone case, then handing you back just an empty case, or just vanishing into the crowd. Number 9, fake or inflated tickets. This scam mostly targets popular attractions like Belém Tower, Jeronimos Monastery, or even famous tram rides. You might be wandering the streets when someone approaches you offering a discounted ticket. They'll smile, hand you a little flyer, or act like they're helping you skip the line. It sounds like a great deal until you realize it's completely fake. You hear a lot about scammers selling special tram passes. The tourist hands over the cash, got a flimsy little paper ticket, and only realized later that it didn't work at all. Not only did they lose their money, but they also missed their chance to ride the iconic tram that day. Frustrating, right? Number 10, rental and property scams. And finally, this one's for anyone thinking about moving to Lisbon or looking for a longer-term place to stay. Fake rental listings are becoming a big problem here. Scammers will post apartments that don't even exist and ask for deposits, personal information, or even full payments up front. One common tactic is the pay a year in advance trick. Someone will claim you need to pay the entire year's rent up front to secure the apartment. Not only is this way overpriced, but it's actually illegal under Portuguese law. No landlord can demand a full year's rent in advance. If someone asks you to do this, it's almost certainly a scam. All right, before we wrap up, let's go over some general tips to help you stay safe and vigilant while in Lisbon. Number 1, stay aware of your surroundings. Keep an eye on crowded streets, trams, and tourist hotspots. Pickpockets often work in teams and use distractions. Number 2, keep valuables close. Use anti-theft bags, zip up your pockets, and spread out your cash and cards. Don't leave your phone or wallet in an easily accessible bag. Number 3, trust your instincts. If something feels off, whether it's a friendly offer, a free gift, or a street petition, just walk away. Polite refusal is always safer than engagement. Number 4, use official channels. Buy tickets, make donations, or book experiences through verified websites or offices. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And number 5, learn a little Portuguese. Even a simple phrase like não obrigado can help you blend in and avoid being targeted. I'll leave a link in the description below to the Portuguese teacher that has helped me so much. Lisbon is an amazing city with incredible food, sights, and experiences, but like any major tourist destination, it has its fair share of scams. The good news, if you stay alert, protect your belongings, and use common sense, you can enjoy everything the city has to offer without any headaches. If you found this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe because I'll be posting videos like this every single week on this channel, and follow me on Instagram at Dave in Portugal for more tips on the best places to eat, drink, and dine while in Lisbon. This is some guy named Dave in Portugal, and hopefully we'll see you next time.